All right, guys, welcome in to another live stream. I don't know why I was dropping frames there, and hopefully it doesn't happen, but it's been some technical problems for me. Let me turn up the volume here. I know people turn up the volume. What is DOGE? Department of Government Efficiency. Did I see Eric Adams tell a reporter they're fake news? Yeah, I saw that. He was like, I'm not going to talk to you guys. You guys just lie, basically. What's up, Michael? Philip, what's up, man? What's up, brother? SPX and MOG goodbyes right now. I think they are, man. There's a lot of problems with crypto, man. There really is. The issue is you see these influencers and these celebrities. It feels like a top. It can't be the top though. There's no way. It doesn't make sense. This is like people have to go through this and deal with it. But I mean, when you hear all these influencers saying, "Oh, the top is in, sell," I mean that's a buy signal, honestly. When you think about it, there's because we haven't had the Bitcoin top. Ethereum hasn't done anything. Ethereum has to do something this cycle. It has to. Thoughts on Grok 3? Everyone front ran it. You know, I got some other coins, dude. The JFK Files coin. With Grok 3, I made more money selling like 30% of the coins that I had like 2 days before. And then it just completely tanked when it was released. It's because everyone front runs it. I mean, the coin is useless after the release. It is what it is. Nice video you uploaded today. How much research does it take to find those reports? The which one? Which video are you talking about? Are you talking about the political one with the Fort Knox? I mean, there was a little bit of research done before this on what Fort Knox held, but I mean, it's not a lot. My crypto portfolio is my crypto portfolio is crushed, man. I don't even look at that shit right now. It's not good to look at it. I mean, but you got this. I mean, there's this dude. I don't even like having the sound on, but
Oh, bro. Lucky I don't want to go to jail. You and Tifa.
This dude, this liberal, spray painted a dude, nearly spray painted him in his eye. Like this.
You think it's all right to spray paint somebody, bro? Hey,
this guy just came up and spray painted him and his camera and everything.
This guy in the hoodie right here.
Stop. Stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Put your back down. Step over here with me. Step over here with me. Put the back down.
You sent to a search.
Put the back down.
Spray paint's in his bag.
All right.
It's blue.
I did not consent
It's
to a
all over
search.
my phone,
Stay right here.
all over my glasses, all over the side of my head.
So you guys phone? You get on recording?
Yeah, there's been a lot of these protests around. There's a lot of really. I mean, there was one that looked so staged. You got a liberal old lady with like, she's got a mask on and she's got writing on the mask that says "fuck Trump." Like that's got to be staged. I was thinking to myself, there's no way that's actually real. Did you see the reporters keeping asking Elon Musk questions? I don't know. Are they did Musk do another press conference? I know Trump just did a press conference where he talked about Russia, Ukraine. I saw from Mar-a-Lago. You're right. They're protesting Elon for discovering massive fraud and corruption. Well, no matter what, they're gonna hate Elon. It is what it is. So they're gonna find anything. They'll be like, well, he didn't find. They're trying to like, where's the report? Where's the evidence? I mean, the evidence is right there. I mean, I don't know what you want for evidence. Do you want him to dig through and produce the like receipts of the where the funds went? I mean, are they really surprised that we spent billions of dollars on DEI? Wasn't that something the Democrats wanted to happen? Didn't they want all these DEI initiatives? Then they're like, oh, that's not actually happening. He didn't find anything. He's just saying it. Well, that's their new cope. It's, well, he can't prove it. He's just saying it. That's what they've been saying. Grok 3. That's a good lesson, man. Think about it. Think about it. With a coin like that, when you have to front run it, it needs to be sold, just like with JFK files. You know, there's coins based around that. The coin needs to be sold beforehand during the hype period, because the coin is useless once the event actually happens. So you have to sell it during the hype period. Pepe, what's up, man? What's my thoughts on Silverstein and how, yeah, I mean, well, it was him and his kids both who were regulars in the towers every single day, especially a weekday like that, and all three of them were absent. I mean, it certainly is interesting, especially when you consider the connections there. The crowds in these protests seem to be pretty small. Why are these people protesting? The government continue wasting money because they've been told by liberal congressmen that what they're doing is remember, they called it a constitutional crisis. So they get fed these talking points and then they have to march out there. That's why they're so weak and so disjointed. It's like, this is an individual that's been destroyed by liberalism. This is a good example. This, like, how does this is what, when the government fails you, this is the result you get. This is a product of a failing society. When the society produces people like this, it's not even like, well, I'm gonna be mad at this person. It's a political problem with liberalism in the country. It's a cultural issue. How much research did it take to find those reports on the 9/11 video? Yeah, well, the 9/11 videos, they take longer then, obviously, because that's more of a scripted thing, and it also includes me having to edit put in the photos and find the photos and stuff. You sold Grok 3 after it released last night. It just never pumped. Yeah, well, dude, you should have sold it like beforehand. And I got dumped on too. I mean, I saw it go from like 2.5 million down to like 200K. I mean, I sold a little bit like 2 days before. That's when I really made a decent amount of money. But like, dude, with Grok 3, even if you want to look at it, like, I'll show you exactly what you should do with these coins. Obviously now it's this is the one, the Pump Fund coin. I think this is the one. Nope, this is not the one. Oh, you know what? I think I have it in my history. Yeah, so this coin should be sold. Well, not a 4-hour. I mean, this coin should be sold in the hype, because realistically, you could very easily off of this coin, if you're front running it. You could very easily, you buy in at like, you know, you're buying in down here at 200K. You could sell at 2.5 million. You know, that's an easy 15, 20x right there, if you're front running it. But it has to be, because the thing is, the coin is useless when the actual product comes out. I know it's a backwards thinking. It is a sell the news type thing, but it's literal sell the news. There's no point in the coin. It's just speculative hype. That's why it was going up, you know? And then it gets released. I mean, everybody knew it was released, so everyone bought it pre-release. It wasn't like this crazy FOMO event either. What do you think will happen to the prices of precious metals when DOGE exposes that the government has no gold? You're saying you're from Eugene, Oregon. Well, I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. I'm more concerned about the Federal Reserve in New York and how they store their precious metals. But yeah, I mean, obviously, if that happens, I think it's going to pump Bitcoin significantly. But I hope that doesn't happen, man. I hope that doesn't happen, because remember, I mean, I was researching it. It was Germany who asked for they asked for their gold from the New York Federal Reserve and where they store it, and they got it like 5 years later, and they got different gold bars that look different. So who knows how they're utilizing that, and people saying they're leveraging it, stabilizing the dollar. And I heard Elon Musk was going to have he was going to have a live stream showing everyone the gold. I mean, it really is a good. Did you see the recent thing that came out about Elon Musk and Trump potentially using some type of DOGE fund if they can cut? I don't know. They're trying to cut $2 trillion. They're going to have something like it's a tax thing showing how much money DOGE saves in taxes. I always thought what they were going to do is if the government efficiency was going to, if it does cut $2 trillion and then the tariffs also pay for some of it, I mean, you're talking about maybe no income tax. I don't know how feasible that is, or at least less of an income tax. If you could do that by next year, I mean, you're talking about a midterm win because people will love that. And that'll be great because if you could do that by like April of 2026 before the midterms. I'm surprised, though, that with the Ukraine situation, how Trump is not, how Zelensky is not involved in negotiations. Dude, look at this. Look at this.
Free Palestine! Barry, can I get a selfie?
Sure.
Free Palestine!
I don't care about Palestine.
That's sad.
He's just like, I don't care about Palestine. Some dude's like, free Palestine. Are you reacting to the Hannity Trump Musk interview? Oh, is that coming out tonight? Maybe I'll react to the clips when they come out. Does that come out at 9 o'clock? With everything coming out, there's something up with Fort Knox. Yeah, probably. I mean, if it's been 50 years since they actually looked and counted. Media has pissed Trump not with Ukraine. Well, I mean, I was surprised that they're not at least at the negotiating table, honestly, because you would think, I mean, I don't even think it matters if Ukraine is at the negotiating table. They don't really have a big, I mean, you've got the Germans basically admitting, yeah, if you say a single bad thing, we're going to put you in jail. This is crazy. I can't believe this exists in a Western country. They say if you retweet something, or it's a repost now, if you repost something, you can go to jail. You know, there is odds on the Fort Knox thing. Dude, Polymarket is just, how many things is Polymarket going to be really? Oh, here it is right here. 16% chance. Honestly, this is, I mean, I don't know, but probably a pretty good bet. But they just release so much of this shit on Polymarket. I mean, it's just constantly they're releasing these new odds for things. It's like 20, 30, 40 a day. This is interesting. Will they recognize Crimea basically as part of Russia? That's probably part of the peace agreement, honestly. That's what I was thinking. UK is the same. We need to pull from NATO. Well, I think Trump can pull from NATO if this continues, this behavior. Yeah, you're right. The UK is the same. I mean, they obviously don't have the same values as we have. So are we really interested in, I mean, I hope Europe, it's fixed. It seems like the right wing's rising there, which doesn't surprise me. I mean, what happens when you get all these immigrants? It's like, how many immigrants can these people take before there's a transition into being more of a right-wing country? Odds on Elon's next baby mama. Yeah, there are odds on there. Kanye West still on X. I think Ye was trying to get banned and Musk just didn't do it. To be honest, I think Ye was like wanted to get banned. It's like I don't know. It's just a weird situation with him. It's, you know, there's a lot of conservative people that simp for him and stuff, and it's an interesting phenomenon what goes on with the, you know, those type of people. And I mean, you know, Some of his stuff is all right, but it's like a lot of it is just bait. You know, you have free speech when Kanye West is still on. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think he was trying to get banned. Your bet is on the Italian prime minister to be the next baby mama. She's too old. Which BTC USD exchange? Well, what are you talking about? Coinbase or Kraken, I guess. You could buy Bitcoin anywhere, man. It's a shame Reform UK didn't rise. Yeah, they really needed a reform to take power last year during their elections. They needed that badly. It's going to hurt them significantly. And now Starmore, who's in there, is horrible. I think he's got like a 23% approval rating. Why are these idiots protesting? They aren't getting their jobs back. No, it's not. That's not even the people that are protesting. They're almost. It's even worse. They're simping for the people that aren't getting their jobs back. The people protesting. These are like just normal Democrats. There's no way a Democrat elitist government worker that was just fired is out there protesting. These are all the sheep that are protesting. Did you see drunk Kamala Harris give a speech? Yeah. I mean, it's just really bad. I mean, you've got someone who's very obviously drunk, severely drunk. Like, what are we doing, guys? Maybe don't have her come out here. And then you've got everyone around her. She's like, and when you dance, you just let everything go. And they're like, oh, they're like, it's like she's solving the world's hardest algebra problem. They're all like, she's like, and you dance, and it's so important. Let your heart out. She's like drunk. She's got like wine behind her, and the people are like, oh yeah. We need videos of you benching 300. Yeah, that's maybe an AI video. Maybe an AI video or something. Dirt Vlog, what's up, man? Over 250K subs, only 350 viewers. Someone is effing with you. I don't think so, man. I think it's you have to understand a lot, not a lot, but a decent amount of my subscribers are subscribed for sports. You know, there's a lot of different content. It's not like, so when I post a live stream, it's mainly political, and that's gonna, certain amount of people are not gonna watch it. But I mean, that's pretty typical, man. I've seen channels that, you know, with live streams, it's really, you're not automatically guaranteed to, like, if you have 100K subscribers, you're guaranteed to get like a certain amount of views on a live stream. It's just not how it works. JD Vance isn't alpha enough to be a good president. He's no Trump. Well, that situation is always going to be basically Trump is in. I mean, we remember the dynamic between Obama and Biden. I mean, that's basically Trump and Vance. Now Vance is going out there and he's starting his, you know, I want to say he's starting his presidential campaign, but he is speaking a lot. He's definitely being very vocal right wing, solid right wing, almost like more of a nationalist, which I think is definitely the populist, the way Republicans are going. So he's trying to appeal to it. But with Vance, it's going to be Trump is always the daddy, and that's why Trump voters would come out for Vance. If Trump says vote for Vance, I'm in his ear. You know, that's what it would. That's how it would happen. I mean, I know what you're saying. I was concerned. I was like, this guy kind of seems like a little bit boring. Trump has the different energy to him, and it's going to be hard to draw people out. But Trump's going to be, as long as nothing happens to Trump, he's going to be right there next to Vance, campaigning for him, and Trump understands that he'll have significant power, even as from an outsider perspective, if he decides it. How come Hannity has been doing all these interviews with Trump lately? Well, I mean, Trump won, and Fox is the main the main network, so Fox is going to try and get as much as possible. Yeah, I mean, if that interview is out, maybe there's parts of the interview out I can look up. Trump and Musk. I didn't even I should have really titled the video that. I really should, I think a lot of it, maybe I changed the title, make poor titles. Maybe that's part of the problem. JD Vance is based. Look, I mean, JD Vance has said good things. He has, but he's a very young politician. Vance is getting experience developing his own brand. It's hard for him to develop his own brand when you're tied in with Trump. I mean, I get what you're saying, because he's off doing his own thing. He's visiting foreign countries. The speech he gave in Europe was really good. RB, what's up? Mark, what's up? Elon Musk, there's lots of things I don't like, but he's doing a good. Yeah, I mean, you're always going to have billionaires affecting politics. It's just Musk is more transparent about it. If Musk starts doing things that are harmful to the United States and directly help its businesses, then I'll criticize him. I mean, there's a power dynamic where it's very obvious that Musk has significant influence within the government because he supported Trump. That's what happens with billionaires. Musk is just more open about it than other billionaires, like liberal billionaires that are in the shadows. And at least Musk is seemingly doing something good, which is, and even I've seen liberals now kind of change their tune a little bit, at least some of them, where they're like, yeah, this probably needs to be exposed. But I mean, a lot of them are still saying, well, it's a crisis, it's disgusting, because yeah, it's gonna be, they're gonna have to do some things. I bet if Obama created DOGE, the left would be Yeah, well, Obama said they created something. I'm gonna have to look that up. Obama came into office in 2011, and I saw on a clip, and he said, we're gonna have to create something. We're gonna have to, because the Congress won't agree to do it, so we're creating something to try and eliminate waste. And it was kind of I mean, you really need an all-in effort there. Although I guess Trump is just, but it's like, Trump is really helped by Musk, because Musk takes some of the heat off of Trump, and it's just it's a power dynamic, and they're like, well, they're eventually gonna split up. But I don't know, man. We'll see. Thoughts on Zelensky canceling his trip to Saudi Arabia? I thought he wasn't invited. Did he canceled it? I thought they said that Saudi Arabia negotiation was not including Ukraine. If he canceled it, then that's different. Then, I mean, I don't know why he would cancel it. He has no leverage. NATO funds him. NATO is the only reason his country is still in the position it's in. He needs money. So NATO can force Zelensky to give in and agree to a peace deal. No notification. Yeah, that happens pretty much all the time with just YouTube in general, which is, I think it's terrible. I would rather you guys get a notification from our live streams rather than the videos, but I mean, the videos, it's like, I also think if I upload like 3 videos, it probably won't, maybe I should only upload 2 videos on the day I stream, because then maybe the notification will work. You texted a girl 2 hours ago at plans tonight. She hasn't even seen it yet. What the hell? Yeah. That'll happen, man. It's... What do you want, a dating app? You thought it was postponed? You thought it was postponed in terms of what? The meeting in Saudi Arabia was postponed? Zelensky canceled his trip to Saudi Arabia because Putin will not talk to him. I think Crimea is off the negotiating table. Crimea is Russia's. I mean, at this point, there's no way you can get. There's no way Ukraine could acquire Crimea back. How would that work? If Ukraine had significant Russian territory, then they could negotiate and say, you can have your territory back, but we get Crimea. They just don't have that negotiating power. NATO would have to step in using the leverage of, like, the military might of NATO, which is not going to happen. It's just not what Trump's going to do. Because then that would put NATO as the aggressor, which is not what Trump wants to be seen as. Thoughts on that girl crying about Barron Trump at his school? Yeah, dude, that was kind of honestly bullshit. I'll go to what I said about it. That, to be honest, I was like, that's just. This is what the Republican president said. NYU Republican president. He goes to class, he goes home. She called him, I mean, he's a quiet kid. I didn't really think what she said was bad. What was bad about that statement? I feel like people agreed with me, honestly. People agreed that it's just like, I didn't really think he said anything, or the girl said anything bad. He keeps to himself. I mean, that's just a normal answer. I don't know. Dude, but like, there's some people, these people are just, they're obsessed with Barron. You say anything, it's, I mean, I guess maybe it could be, if you're a conservative, you really shouldn't, if you're like a loner, I guess it could be taken that way. Cash releasing Epstein files within 10 days of sworn in. Dude, if that happens, I'm going to be very happy if that happens. Very happy. Ukraine would be better off coming back to Russia. Yeah, but you know how this works now. They're an independent country, and it's going to be some type of mishmash thing where there's territories that are probably independent, and then there's referendums that are held to where they'll join Russia, and then they'll put a demilitarized zone, which is honestly probably what it was always going to be. But apparently they're demanding elections now. I mean, did you guys see Trump said Zelensky had like a 4% approval rating? Come on. He said it's like impossible to have a 4% approval rating. You don't think Barron likes being famous? It's really hard to tell with Barron. I think he's still a young kid. I mean, he's gonna do interviews and stuff, but he definitely has a personality that's more introverted, it seems like. Or, I mean, apparently from what reports are saying, he's introverted. Barron is a man of few words. Sounds like he wants to be a normal kid. Yeah. The Barron obsession is so weird. It is kind of interesting. I mean, the MAGA loves Barron way more than Don Jr. I mean, it's not even close. And maybe because it's the mystique of him not, not talking yet and having the swagger, and, he's got the Patrick Bateman stuff going on. I think it's all of that combined. The aura, that's what it is. How do you know that would pump the Epstein coin? Well, it's obvious it would pump the Epstein coin, dude, because it's in the news. Think about it. But we don't even need it to come out. Once there's reports that it's potentially coming out, people will buy it in speculation, and then that's potentially when you sell it. But I'll tell you, it would get pumped 100%. I mean, considering the market cap is at like 200 or 300K. Consider that. And just look what happened to Grok 3. Just let it get to like 2 or 3 million and then sell, and you've got like a free 10 to 15x off of that, honestly. But you do have to sell it because the coin is just held up by nothing. Good Towers video. Nice change up hearing about Libs crying 24/7. Yeah. Sometimes I look at my videos and I'm like, it's a lot of just, I don't know, man. just the same video over and over again about liberals and stuff. But I mean, what am I supposed to do? Those are kind of the videos that do well. Is he even 21? Barron, he's 18. No, he's not 21. Don Jr. is annoying. Yeah, Don Jr. comes off a bit, I like Eric more than Don Jr., honestly. Don Jr. comes off smug. I think we discussed this in the last live stream. Running a fan account on Barron is wild. Well, they got a fan account on a lot of people, man. That's a big thing now with now that you can monetize, or I don't know if the reason is you can monetize, but basically any major creator or popular, anyone that's mainstream, they'll create these accounts, and it's like the fan account. It's like Barron Trump updates, Don Jr. updates. So they create these accounts, and it's updates on per people. And maybe some of that's because they can make money. I mean, the people are running the accounts. It's all blue check marks, so they could be monetized. Are there any odds on Polymarket for Elon getting a pardon? I don't think that would really be discussed right now. But I kind of hear what you're saying in terms of liberals potentially trying to go after him if they ever got in. Joe Rogan is about 5'4". Well, I think Rogan said he's 5'5", but he shrunk. I mean, Trump did shrink an inch, to be honest. Trump was 6'3", now he's 6'2". When you get older, you shrink. Opinion on Ukraine bitching? It doesn't surprise me. I mean, if you're really not part of a negotiation that in a war you're fighting, I mean, but it is what it is. The war is being propped up by NATO. So if NATO is, you're kind of beholden to whatever NATO wants, whether you want a good negotiation or not, or you like the deal or not, it's not really up to you. So NATO in the United States can say you're not involved. Yeah, Justin, that's the kind of accounts that I have. That's just great. Those are my fan accounts. Why is David Muir on ABC defending Ukraine and saying Russia is in bed with Trump? Well, that's a media narrative that's going around. I mean, I am surprised Ukraine is not involved in these negotiations, to be honest. But it's like, I mean, I don't know if it would change all that much. I want to see what the deal is. Let's just take a look at the deal. Rogan is a moderate. I have not listened to Rogan much. Dude, honestly, Rogan, from what I saw, I listened to Rogan in like 2022. Rogan definitely had way more conservative point of view, but he was still trying to play the moderate card. I mean, it depends. Really, if you're someone that's solidly on the right, you could argue that he's probably a moderate because he does have left-wing stances. But if you're like a moderate right-winger, you're probably going to say he's on the right. I mean, a lot of his talking points, and it was mainly because I think of COVID with him, a lot of his talking points when I was listening to him was heavily right-wing. I mean, he was pretty much right-wing on, like, there'd be episodes where it was just like every stance he had was right-wing. But he would still play and then he'd have liberal people on, and he would try and play the liberal stuff, like the socialism is good when you're talking about a community and things like that. But I don't know where he is now. I think he's probably more conservative now. Speaking of fan accounts, oh man. Efficiency coin back to 37 million. SPX at 565 million. Yeah, I mean, dude, the things are really low right now. The sentiment is horrible because of I don't know why people get so fixated on this stuff. I mean, it's bad what Argentina did, but can we just move on from it? These people are just obsessed with this Argentina. Oh my goodness, they just move on. It's enough with it. We get it. These people need to stop doing it. These celebrities just need to stop with this stuff. It's every day, and now you've got Adam22, that wacko, that dude. He launched a coin called Cuck. It's just ridiculous. Philadelphia plane crash. You're kidding. There was another plane crash, or are you referencing one that already happened? Because there was one in Canada, and they tried blaming Trump, but no, that's the Canadians and their aviation. Rogan and Sean Ryan are boring people. Sean Ryan is the military guy, I think, right? Do you do any technical analysis? No. I don't do CA at all. I don't know enough about the indicators. I mean, basically I just trade based on what I know in terms. I mean, I'll watch people do TA, and I trade based on what I've picked up in terms of. But I'm not like a day trader or anything like that. I just trade meme coins, and specifically meme coins that are. Most of what I do is I hold long term, but on Solana I'll trade based off of events like Grok 3, like the Epstein files, things like that. Do I give you permission to create a fan account? There's no point. I'm not mainstream. I would have to get a bigger fan base. You're wasting your time. Some liberal on Reddit was calling for a coup and a liberal military dictatorship to come and kill Trump and his cabinet. The Reddit echo chamber doesn't have a floor, it only gets lower. Well, yeah, but the thing is with Reddit, dude, I've got like a perspective on Reddit the past few weeks. I just think a lot of those people are fake, or they're not even from the United States. To me, it just, but there is a crazy thing, because I was going to do a video on this, but I decided not to. It was another attempt. It was somebody, I mean, there's multiple liberals now, like this dude.
What do you think about Kanye West? I hope someone shoots him in the brain. Same thing with Donald Trump, JD Vance, and Elon Musk. Is that clear? Is that clear enough for you? Or do you really need me to beat around the bush like the rest of the content creators? Is that clear enough for you?
Well, that's how a lot of them think. And that's why, and dude, like whenever any liberals tell me, this is why I always say, you know, when Donald Trump was in Butler and they nearly shot him in the head, liberals were sad because he didn't die. And then they're like, oh, you can't say that. Well, no, that's what it is. I mean, that's genuinely what it is. So, yeah, I mean, dude, but I just don't know how many of those people are real, honestly, on Reddit. Talking about watching liberals with Elon derangement syndrome is funnier than TDS. Yeah. Which side are you on? Well, the Elon syndrome is just an extension of TDS. You get prescribed, they need to be prescribed like 2 different pills. Maybe you get like a 2-for-1 pill on the TDS. You feel ashamed for your fellow Canadians with all this Canadian first BS. Yeah, it's weird, like Canada first, but for liberals. Even our conservative leader has to play that stupid game. Yeah, you know what I heard about Canada for you guys is what's going on with those elections. I heard it was getting the left wing was kind of making a comeback in at least in the betting, because of this stuff with Trump and people saying, because Trudeau is now fear-mongering that Trump's going to take over and annex Canada because he was told that it helps liberals potentially win the upcoming election. Where is the all hell will break loose that Trump promised? Yeah, the Israel-Palestine. I'm glad nothing happened, honestly, dude. I was not looking forward to that. That would have been just an escalation. He's basically saying a military escalation. Israel doing something to Palestine via the United States. I don't think they released the hostages, but I don't think. Tough guy holding a hot dog. I don't know why I thought that was so funny. DGDS. DGDS. That's good. No, I mean, you'd have to get a. You have to get to the next stratosphere of fame for people to get a derangement syndrome. But Elon and Trump definitely have it. I mean, we know that. Vance will probably end up adopting it, I'm sure. It was because they brought the hostages back. Oh, did they? Is that why nothing happened? I thought they didn't do it, and I don't know. I read on Twitter they didn't do it, and they were like, "Oh, get ready, something's gonna happen." Shit libs are rallying about Trump attacking your sovereignty or something. We haven't been Canadian in over 20 years. Right, that's why it's like if you are a conservative Canadian, to hear liberals now start preaching to you about how it's important to be Canadian. This is how funny it is. I saw a story where you guys remember the trucker protest and just how horrible it was. They got so angry at the conservatives doing it in the trucks that they froze their bank accounts. But there were liberals, because the conservatives had the Canadian national flags, and they said that the flag needs to be banned because this is a sign of, I don't know, racism or whatever, because of the trucker protest. And then, like, the past few weeks, they're like, we're bringing the flag back. The flag is now unretired. That's what liberals are saying over this situation. According to these liberals, you could bring in some Haitian immigrant and they'd be Canadian tomorrow. So, being a Canadian is irrelevant according to these people. So why do they care so much about being Canadian now? Oh, because it's against the Republican. That's why. These people have no actual belief system. It just, everything contradicts itself. Well, Vance run in 2028. It's all dependent on Trump, man. I mean, I would imagine Vance is a very likely. But dude, we knew Vance was Vance was gonna be the pick, or the most obvious pick, when he became VP and had that good debate. And if Trump won, which he did, Vance was gonna have a very good shot because he's the VP and he's young and he has the Trump endorsement. Now, if Trump wants to endorse his son, you never know what Trump's gonna do. Can you please sing one of the liberal songs? You remember that song from like last week? I don't even remember what it was. I'm glad I don't remember it actually. Yeah, they had the songs about Elon Musk and DOGE. They're like, we reject DOGE. We want our money sent to Afghanistan to fight for the LGBT community there. I mean, yeah, they want like $5 billion invested into Afghanistan for the transgender surgeries. You hope Asmon reacts to one of my videos. I mean, yeah, I mean, that dude is he's a huge political YouTuber. He might be I don't even know. Maybe Benny Johnson is the biggest conservative, or him. I don't know who's the biggest conservative YouTuber. It might be one of them, because no, it wouldn't be Charlie Kirk. He doesn't even do that many videos, I don't think. Which side? Oh yeah, which side are you on? Which... If Elon reimburses the 55 billion, each taxpayer gets $370. If Elon finds more, then we could get $1,000 refunds. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I was looking at that as well. We're potentially getting money back because of Doge, and they said they're putting something, and Musk said he would ask the president, because somebody said you should offer a reimbursement thanks to Doge. If you save a certain amount of money, the taxpayers will get money back. I mean, if that happened, that would be pretty crazy, honestly. Piers Morgan is the worst. Well, he's just like a debate. The problem with Piers Morgan, from what I see, he did, like, because the thing is, you can be a moderator, but Piers often he interjects his opinion, and so it's like, dude, are you a moderator or are you actually debating? Because he does this little 2-for-1. It's very easy to be in a position to where you're a moderator, but then you can also get jabs in on people, and then you can just say, well, I'm just the moderator. Well, are you debating me or are you the moderator? And Piers is honestly right wing on most of this stuff from the videos I've seen. What happened to Milo? He got canceled a while ago, man. Remember, he got canceled in like 2016, maybe. I remember Milo on Joe Rogan, maybe even before he got canceled in 2016. I remember listening to that. I remember Alex Jones' first episode on Joe Rogan. That was like right at the end of 2016, I think. Did you ever see the Alex Jones Bohemian Grove videos? Yeah, I saw them. The worshiping thing. Yeah, Cenk Uygur does go on there a lot of or I haven't seen him recently. He's had a rebirthing. I think he's trying to. People are saying he's trying to conserve. Is Cenk trying a conservative grift now? You seriously cannot see what will happen. Obviously, it will be Donnie, so Don Jr. and Vance, or Trump. Can't believe you. Are you talking about his son or Trump? I mean, what do you want me to say? What you're saying? I can't see it. I'm one of the people that said I think it could be Don Jr. and people said no. You better thank a union member, Sean. I appreciate it, man. Piers Morgan. I remember Piers' debate with Alex Jones. That was legendary. You better thank a union member. What happened to the Haitian dude that loved Biden and Joe? Was he getting deported? Yeah, that had to have been fake, man. He's like, Biden forever. Thank you. Tell Obama to thank him for everything he did for me, bro. Fuck Trump. Yeah, that had to have been a joke, man. Piers Morgan just says what his masters want him to say. He isn't right wing, just follows money and where his masters want. Yeah, I mean, he had that debate with Tucker Carlson, but even Tucker is kind of Tucker's beliefs are getting I mean, I understand where Tucker is going. I wonder if he actually gets challenged on it, how far he's willing to take the current path he's going, let's just say. Jake is super conservative now. Yeah, he's running for Republican. Remember when he ran for the Democratic nominee and they're like, "You're dude, you can't even run. You were born in like Turkey." They're like, "Dude, you can't run. What are you doing?" He's like, "Fuck it, I'll run. Biden is too old." Eggs broke a record for highest price. Yeah, well, that's the reaction, the byproduct of them. I think killing a lot of chickens because of the bird flu. They've killed a lot of animals because of the bird flu. We really dodged the biggest bullet, not getting Kamala. Yeah, you look at Kamala speak now after detaching yourself, and it's terrible. Milo is often on Tim Pool's show now. I saw him on there once. I don't know how many times he's been on there, but Jank was conservative back in college. There's articles he wrote that were pretty fucking based. But he sucked into the echo chamber. I didn't even know that. I mean, somebody did say he was conservative when he was younger, but I didn't know the extent of it. I mean, it seems like there are a certain number of... To be fair, I mean, yeah, it is a grift, but their grift is way better than what we have to deal with these other Democrats that are just obsessed with Trump and the derangement syndrome and stuff. And anything Trump does is evil, and it's a constitutional crisis, and we have to do something against it. It's just all so tiring. So at least it's not like that with some of these people. Like, really, the Young Turks, both Anna Kasparin and Jank, and they say it's a grift. Well, I mean, Anna did turn right-wing, or at least more center, before the election. I think that's kind of like a good gauge on how much of a grift it is. Because, like, if you started liking Trump or having more openness to Republicans after Trump won, I mean, that's pretty much bullshit. Hannity interview is going to be huge. Guys, when is the Hannity interview at? 9 o'clock? Yeah, they have to do this interview at 9 o'clock because it's like the prime time for East Coast and West Coast to get the most views. What do you think Trump will do when likely China goes for Taiwan? I mean, I would imagine he would help Taiwan, but he's probably going to want something back from Taiwan for the help. I mean, I think it's a really miserable... If I was a president, I would not want to have to deal with that situation. It's just so hard to defend Taiwan. Just look at them. I mean, it seems like it's going to be a stalemate of a war that's miserable, honestly. Presidential candidate, did you vote because you never endorsed anyone? I voted for yay. Didn't Milo marry a black Muslim guy and is a gay dude? I think he said he was straight or something. He's like, no, I'm actually straight now. I don't know, man. No, you're right. He definitely was gay. Dems are ideologically trapped and digging in on the 20 of the 80-20 issues. That's a very good example would be the transgender stuff. The transgender stuff is legit 80-20. 80% of people don't think, and they still defend it. They still defend it when Trump set the executive order. They're like, well, it's only 10 people. It's such a losing issue for them, but they still defend it. And you're right. I don't know if this would be 80-20, but like government waste is definitely... I mean, obviously they're saying, well, yeah, we want to eliminate government waste, but not the way they're doing it. Well, then how would you prefer we eliminate it? We can't do... We're not going to use... You have to use these executive orders. You have to use outsiders, not congressmen. Who is Hannity interviewing? Musk and Trump dual interview. Trump is a Russian is trending on X. Yeah, you know what? I have seen like I always see it on my iPad where just like slogans trend. It doesn't really happen on here though. Yeah, NASA's getting cut a little bit. Steve Bannon. So what's going on with Steve Bannon? I understand like the H-1B stuff and things like that. Why does Steve Bannon hate Musk so much recently? Didn't he say he hated him? He called him a parasite? This kind of seems a bit strange here. I don't know. What has Musk done recently? Illegal immigrant? You called Elon an illegal immigrant. Trump Musk interview at 9 o'clock. So hopefully there'll be some clips. Yeah, normally they immediately release clips right after that interview. Right after those interviews. Thanks for covering the 9/11 shenanigans. It takes a lot of courage to say some of the things you do. Oh, I mean, I think it's just that video is monetized, dude. I don't even think it's that big of a, you know, it's pretty mainstream, that type of stuff now. Honestly, dude. YouTube won't let me super chat something about with RFK in the comment. You're joking. There's no way. Big Pharma detects RFK. They don't want RFK's name on there. No, I don't know. Can you live stream it? I can't live stream it. I think Fox would cut me off there. But if I tried to live stream Fox's news channel, I mean, you technically can do. You can watch Fox News for free because it's there's a website that allows you to watch really CNN, Fox News, and MSNBC, everything. Somebody told me about it during the election season. They're like, yeah, you just go to this website. I don't even remember what the website is, but unfortunately they might try and take it down. I don't know. Bannon is falling apart. Well, yeah, it looks like people are saying it's like a jealous ex thing with Musk getting close to Trump. It's way more mainstream than back when you were my age. Yeah, I mean, even back like 5-6 years ago, it was a different time than it is now in terms of a lot of that stuff. No more baby mamas. Yeah, I think that's bad, man. I don't agree with that, but that's they're like, well, you're not rich. You could never get these women. It's like, I mean, what really is even the purpose? I don't think living a life like that is necessarily good. And then he's like, I'm Genghis Khan. I mean, your kids are like, when you have like 12 kids, it's like less special. It's like, how many kids do you really want? But I mean, I agree that people need to have more kids. I'll agree with that. Why would liberals even care anyways if Musk is an illegal immigrant other than to support their own agenda? It's a very good point. It's like, now you can no. Now you care about illegals. It's just like when they were locking the dude was locking the people out of the Department of Education building, and Maxine Waters was just like, where is your ID? And then the dude was like, now you care about voter ID. No, he didn't say that. But what if he said that? He's like, you want to see my voter ID? Now you care about ID. Oh, man. The conservative movement has definitely been split up since October 7th. You remember when it was unified? Now it's been completely split up. Yeah, I mean, it's been split up, but I don't know if it's been split up to the degree that... Because if it was truly split up, there's no way conservatives would have won, you know? But I mean, they're split up on that issue, yes. They're split. The conservative movement is split on Israel for sure. Older boomers still have the same opinion, and all of Congress is still bought in with the AIPAC money, but the younger people are not, and it's a lot of younger people, by the way. Even Tucker is pretty open about calling out Israel over 9/11. Yeah, the Tucker thing is interesting because he'll call out Israel, but it seems like if you challenged him on it, I'm not sure he would really. It just seems like he tiptoes around it, which is understandable. I mean, I just don't know his actual full beliefs. He says a lot of things in like sarcastic ways, and it's, you know, with that interview he had with Piers Morgan, I was kind of getting annoyed. He kept like laughing. Musk is making broken households with these women. Yeah, but I mean, they're still going to get really good education, though. Musk is a different story. I'm not saying it's good, but it's not like someone of our level who can't really pay the child support, and the kids are going to grow up, and it's going to be really... I mean, those kids are going to get great education. They're going to have money. They're going to be supported. I'm not saying it's good, but... Just because people criticize Musk doesn't mean they're liberals. Well, I think this is a different situation. I think Bannon is a bit jealous that Musk is Trump's #1 now. To me, that seems like what this is, honestly. Oh, D-Man, absolutely. It's the holy. It's holy land. Absolutely, it does. All right, we should. Well, they might release like one clip. Oh yeah, you got Owen Schroer going out here talking to these people.
Actually have someone that's willing to talk
What? Dude, what was that? Do they just do that now like it's a clown thing?
And got screamed at by a bunch of hateful leftists. Elon said, wow, they are so filled with hate and prejudice. Absolutely. What you have to understand is we have hours and hours and hours of this footage, but we air it on
You gotta just love listening to Alex. I don't know why. It's...
commercial radio and TV, so we have to bleep it. So even more of the video from yesterday is coming out now, and it's even crazier. I mean, these people look like a giant
Alex had a glow up.
Satanic interdimensional spider sucked their souls. Here's a short excerpt of some of the information, and more's coming out in the next few hours at Real Alex Jones on X.
What rights don't you have?
I don't have the right to kill a person that I'm growing inside my body.
That's true. You don't have the right to kill a person. That's
what
true.
rights don't you have?
What is she
I have the
wearing?
exact same rights you have.
No, you have more. Your existence is based on genocide.
Are you with dictator douchebag?
Who's that?
You know who that is. You know exactly who it is.
Am I with dictator douchebag?
Yeah, are you?
Who's that?
You know who
I'm here with my cameraman.
You know who that is, Mr. SS.
Oh, we got him.
I see your brown shirt. You don't fool me. And your little Nazi haircut.
Hey, where did you get that wonderful hat?
I got it at the Women's March back in Washington, D.C. because, look, man, I'm doing the work, and I'm going to these protests, and I'm making my voice heard. That's where I got this inclusive hat.
Yeah, keep filming this crazy. Don't touch my... Let go of the mic. Sir, let go of the mic. Come on, you can do better than that. Come on. So let me just do something real quick. So this is what happens in cults. When you actually have someone that's willing to talk to you. I'm sure you have an X account.
I don't look at X. I quit X when that prick bought it because it's like a Nazi platform now.
It's a Nazi
What
platform?
about
Yeah, it
Pedo
certainly
Sky?
is. You should check it out.
Is this your litter?
No.
You sure? Because it looks like your litter. You want it?
No.
Sure. So.
Yeah, come on, man.
There you go, buddy.
So you just littered. What about Musk? What don't you like about Musk?
Awful person.
He's also a thug, and he's not.
What don't you like about Musk? What if he was like, he's eliminating government waste? What if he said that? Yeah, Shapiro Daily. Well, Shapiro is Jewish. I mean, you can kind of you can understand that more so, but the boomers are gonna have that stance. Prager, you said that? Extreme mental illness. Yeah, I mean, well, they just started. Like that's their new move. They just start laughing. Like, I mean, come on. But there was a thing, dude. Let me show you this. There's no way this is real. It's just not like this lady. Look at what she has. So she has deport. Just this is fake. But how is Trump going to be deported? How is the president of the United States going to be deported? But then she has, I think that's actually a baby diaper. That looks like a diaper. It doesn't even look like a mask. And then she has written on it, "Fuck Trump." You can barely even write it on there.
No, they're not. You know they're not. Trump's not a Nazi, neither is Elon. Elon's our favorite African-American immigrant. Elon's an African-American. You don't like African-Americans?
No, not that one.
Oh my God!
Not that one.
Not that one. Trump is Hitler reincarnated.
Everybody is Hitler, though, to the left, right?
Huh?
Everyone is Hitler to the left. Like, everyone you don't like is Hitler, right?
I'm not even talking to you anymore.
Do you agree with DOGE? The Department of
No,
Government?
I do not agree with those.
You don't like them finding the fraud in our government?
They slaughtered our government in 3 weeks' time.
But I think our government should be slaughtered. They've raped and pillaged and stole from us for 100 years.
But it's just like all the boomer liberal talking points. They ruined it. They're not allowed to waste any more funds. DEI practices. But like, I don't even think this is a real. This is not. All these people can do a lot to help. They can sponsor an illegal and let them stay in their home. Is that very empathetic? No. Yeah, well, that's been that's a funny thing gag that goes around where conservative YouTubers will go up to liberals at these protests and be like, "You want to take them home?" And of course, the answer is always no. How are these people created? Elon's tech buddies are dangerous, better believe it. Well, every billionaire is going to have dangerous people, and you can't fully trust anyone that has that much money. There's no doubt about it. But there's going to have to be help from people that are wealthy. I mean, that's just the reality of the U.S. government. These guys cozy up to Israel, but they're, yeah, it doesn't make any sense at all, man. You've got Trump calling for, I mean, both the West Bank and Gaza to be virtually annexed for Israel, but he's part of the Third Reich. Do you have any concerns about YouTube cracking down on you for all the 9/11 videos? No, the 9/11 videos have been reviewed by YouTube and they're all right. There's nothing wrong with it. The videos, a lot of it's speculation. There's nothing wrong with the videos. Most of it's speculation anyways, but it's just like, I don't really see how it's an issue. I put it through a manual review anyways, and it was fine. And so I don't think there's an issue with. I mean, if they tell me to take a video down, I don't even know what the reason would be, but I will have videos get demonetized mainly because of the. I think it's because of the photos. Honestly, it's some of these videos. Although the photos, it's just more debris stuff. You can't show debris. You really can't even show anything, or it'll get demonetized in terms of like the photos. Who are the Browns getting it to? Probably Abdul Carter. Maybe Cam Ward. Man, we got a nice dono chain going on. From one depressed guy to another. I appreciate that. The Euros. I think the Euro is, I think it's still worth more than the dollar. Even though it came down. But it's about $10.50 if I had to guess. I appreciate that. Modern liberals are desperate for a cause. They really wish it was the 1960s. They really wish it was the 1960s, Selma, Alabama, but since we're equal now, we have to fight for insignificant and unimportant causes. Well, what they'll also do is they'll say we're not equal because women don't have the right to an abortion. So that's really the thing. It's like women's health care. You go up to any one of these liberals. I was watching another Owen Schroer video, and it's immediate. They say we're not equal. They say women don't have the same rights. And then they do the DEI stuff and say it's systematic and black people can't be racist because they're not in positions of power. It's all these fake, like, aggressive type arguments to where it's like, well, you just can't perceive it. You can't see it. It's perceived power. So they have to do all this semantic stuff to try and manipulate to create a narrative that there's significant inequality. And that's where all their arguments are balanced off of and created. Did Elon put Grok 3 behind a paywall? Is it actually going to be open source and not leftist because it's still lefty and censored on certain topics? I don't know. Yeah, that's the thing with AI. AI at its core is a very based thing when you allow it to be, but if you censor it, it becomes. But I thought Elon's was mainly free from that. I have seen some uncensored AIs, and it's pattern recognition, stuff like that. There's you can get it to do certain things just because it's the way. I mean, I definitely use AI for sure. Not really, more so to look things up, but how's the interview hasn't started yet. Steve Bannon is trying to have Trump get rid of Musk. Well, listen, I don't think Musk is. I think there's problems with Musk, but you do need financial support. You need support from rich people at this point. It's just the way it's structured. Bannon seems a bit jealous. I mean, I'd have to see the situation. It doesn't seem like. I mean, what has Musk done recently that he's so angry about? $13.60, yeah, but even with the nuance, it's still bad because they're gonna say there's nuance with wealth inequality, but you know these statistics, you understand them. It's you were on what is that RSBN, Right Side Broadcast Network, dude. Right Side Broadcast Network has their entire channel is there's just ads. Like they show ads for My Pillow. I remember when during the campaign I would go to Right Side Broadcast to try and get like the Trump rallies, and they would just be like, "Oh, go buy Mike Lindell's My Pillow." I mean, how much does that even cost to advertise for Mike Lindell? I mean, it's a constant thing. Let's be real, Bannon is more based and conservative than Elon, though, but money talks. Well, I mean, yeah, you have to have rich friends at this in politics in the United States. Musk is extremely powerful, and it's better to have him on your team. You can't compromise on certain things for Musk. That's true. Do you think Trump is going to be in Boston for the Four Nations final? Yeah, man, I saw that. How happy is the NHL that worked out? So the final is a rematch, USA versus Canada in hockey. That worked out amazing for the NHL. Wow. I don't know if Trump would go to that. Obviously, you would want the United States to win. I know Trudeau was at the last one and Canada lost, and he kind of made him look stupid. Why is it taking so long to confirm Elise Stefanik? I have no clue. I mean, I think everyone within Trump's administration. Kash Patel is the last one, and that's happening tomorrow. Somebody told me. Where there's a question mark. I mean, this is the thing with Polymarket, though. Like, you just get so much of this. Dave Portnoy in jail in 2025. Yeah, this guy is, if you guys don't know, this guy is crashing out or something. I mean, I don't, you know, with the coins that he's launching, just, I don't know. I mean, he keeps launching these coins and just rug pulling people. It's not good. Trump bans buying U.S. farmland. China banning buying U.S. farm. I mean, that seems obvious to me. It just seems obvious. Seems like an obvious win for Trump. The quest, you know, they're going to have to sell it. They're going to be forced to sell it. Do you think Elon will reach trillion before Trump? Yeah, like become a trillionaire. I think it's possible. I mean, I don't know what his wealth gain has been, but didn't he like double his net worth in the span of 3 years? He went from like 250 to like 450 or something billion. What did Dave Portnoy do? He keeps launching these meme coins and then just selling his entire supply on people. It's, I mean, you would think somebody would tell him you probably shouldn't do that, dude. I mean, that's, especially someone who's already rich. There's no reason to be playing with that. I mean, I drank all of this, honestly. Portnoy should have just released a coin called Pizza or something. That actually would have been decent. But instead, he decided to, like, just do this stuff where he endorses coins and then dumps on people. Oh, they got Oscars now. I don't even know what movies there are, whatever. Let's see, have I seen any of these movies? I didn't see a single one of these movies, honestly. I didn't see a single one of them. You're Canadian, so you hope Canada wins, but our team has fallen off since we stopped sending our best to the Olympics. Goaltending has fallen off. U.S. is much better in goaltending. Yeah, you would think Canada, I mean, U.S. is going to have a ton of talent when it comes to whether it's, but you would think hockey would be one of the things where Canada might be able to beat the United States in. I mean, I think that's just good in general for the sport, you know, having that. You like RSBN, but some of their mods suck. Like, are we all supposed to be Trump supporters, yet they tell people what to do and what not to say? Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, that's going to be a network that you get a lot of this MAGA stuff where it's just a dick sucking contest, and you know you have to, you know, you have a certain base. It's hard to really, once you build a base of people that love someone as an individual, well, they're a network, but I mean, I guess their mods to a degree would have the same thing. You know, you kind of have to have a loyalty because there's like a reliance. It's just like with all these people with Elon Musk supporting X and how Elon has all these reply people and stuff, and you know they have to agree with Elon on everything. It's important for their careers. No, I'm not Canadian. The hockey is Canadian. I'm not Canadian. Terrifier, dude, those movies are nasty. What about horror movies involved in this? What about, dude, I saw a horror movie that was just so loud. You know, the thing they do now is they make these horror movies just obnoxiously loud. They just blare them. OpenAI release an open source model before July. Yeah, dude, I was trying to find like a Chat GPT coin. It really doesn't exist. Like, you're trying to run one of these, but from what I've seen, there's really not a good Chat GPT coin. Which is kind of a shame, honestly. Like, this is like a different project all in itself. Oh, this is GPT 4.5. It was launched on Pump Fund. This, I think, is the official Chat GPT coin, but it's like dead. What is it at? 36K, fully diluted 36K. Yeah, maybe when it comes out, but this thing doesn't even do much, honestly. You predicted Ohio State and Eagles, now NBA. Oh, I mean, I'd like to see the Cavs, honestly, but if I had to actually pick, probably OKC. I mean, I think OKC is probably the best team in the NBA. Buy the dip, buy the dip, man. Just keep buying the dip, and then there's not going to be any dips anymore. It's like a bottomless dip. The dip won't stop. Yeah, dude, all these coins. You're talking about the gorilla. That was one that people thought was gonna go. This is it, yeah. If this is the one, or is this a newer? No, this is not the newer one. I don't even know if there is a newer one. Yeah, dude, but this is like crazy invalidated. I mean, this is basically an all-time low for it. It's just not a bullish chart, man. I know what you're saying. Like, it reached 100 million. Man, how do you go from 100 million to 4 million? You would think a coin would have at least some sort of a floor support, but with these memes, it just doesn't exist. I mean, there's so many of these memes. The problem is with these memes, their charts are becoming invalidated. Basically, they're reaching new lows. They're breaking the previous. I mean, this is a low. It wasn't this low. It was like a year. Ideally, you would want it to like peter around 10 million, but I mean, look, SPX looks a lot better than this. MOG looks a lot better than this. But I know what you're saying. I mean, this is potential. It does have potential. I mean, 400 million is 100x, I guess. But I mean, you're catching a falling knife. And then you got this lady. But like, what are these accounts are just, it's just this constant like pop culture stuff. Like, how much does this dude get paid? It's just constant. And then Drake just doing a fake video. That's great. The LA Fire tapes dropping in 2 days, apparently. James O'Keefe. Can you scroll past this lady? Yeah, that lady was not a pretty sight to look at. That was a diaper on her face. Why do people even care about these award shows anymore? You can't even attend because of their exclusive events for elites and celebrities. Yeah, it's like this weird Hunger Games thing they have going on with the reward shows where they're just like, I forgot what there was something where it was like, oh, it was the Stephen Colbert thing when they were doing the vaccine dance. Yeah, it was like he was mocking people with this like vaccine dance, and like it was a really elitist thing, and he was like, you're all dumb. But now they've admitted with the vaccine, they're like, yeah, it's probably because the thing that they were trying to do with the COVID shot was like they were trying to say it's like, well, you get all these vaccines when you're a kid, the COVID's just another one, but it's really doesn't operate that way. It's different. Even like liberal doctors are saying, yeah, we probably shouldn't have given it to young people. OKC, nice. You're going to bet that for sure, future bet. Yeah, I think the problem is OKC, I think, is the favorite to win it. So you're really not going to get a good, you're not going to get a great value NBA champion. Boston and OKC. Cavs at 11%. Denver with Joker at 7%. Yeah, I mean, it seems like Boston and OKC. The Cavs technically have the second best record, but Boston obviously with last year, so it's understandable. But yeah, OKC is a really good team this year. It feels like it's their year, but it's hard to repeat. I mean, it's not impossible, though, for Boston. Cavs are kind of like, they just don't have playoff success. That's the problem. Did you see Luke Skywalker's pants fell down? Yeah, I saw that. That was... How does that even happen? Did someone pants him? Can you look up the... Yeah, the peanut meme coin got destroyed. The peanut meme coin is... It's pretty much down and out. Maybe it'll have another pump in it. Didn't this coin... Yeah, this coin reached like 2.7 billion, 2.6 billion. Down to 142 million. I mean, that is a brutal chart, man, for a bull run. Thank you for all the effort you put into your channel. I always get excited seeing your video streams. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, this is not a good chart. I mean, technically, I don't... what would a reversal even look like? It is just based off the squirrel, but it's like, does it really have that big of a community anymore? It was more of a rallying cry for conservatives around the election time with government overreach when they killed the squirrel. And if you think about it, Celtics could have three-peated. They should have won in 22 and 23. Well, they've been really good for a while, yeah. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go to the bathroom, but I'll try and find some clips for Trump. I'll try and review a Trump Elon clip here. Let me just go to the bathroom. I gotta piss. Share stream, yeah. All right, let's find this interview. I'm sure. Don't miss Sean Hannity's interview, 9 o'clock. Where's the interview? Oh, here's something.
Who resigned? I don't know. I mean, I resigned or got fired. I think got fired. You know, when you fire somebody, they always resign, and then they say, we resigned. But when you have numbers like that, I think really it's got fired. They have to get fired. Who would keep them? How could you have numbers like this? Now, the big thing is, how many of these people got paid? Were they getting paid? Were they getting paid? How many of them were getting paid Social Security? Because if that's the case, it's a massive...
Well, the Social Security stuff got exposed. Yeah, they've been talking about the paying the people that are, you know, above the age of 150. Your Purdue team is on a 3-game losing streak. Purdue basketball is? I thought Purdue basketball was doing well in the Big Ten. No, I don't. That those plants are not here anymore, man. They're not. Yankees will go nowhere this year. Yeah, I mean the Yankees lost Soto, but they added pitching. Max Fried. How does Social Security pay 200-year-olds? What's up with that? Yeah, it's just that they never get removed from the plan, I guess. Yeah. I mean, technically, that's not a lot of money, but still. Are your meme coins up? No, my meme coins are not doing well. You know, I've got a few meme coins that I think like you take these are the meme coins I'm looking at. I think these meme coins could do very well. Like for over the next few, really like the Epstein one, the Cash one, JFK, Greenland, GTA 6. Think about it. Those are all based off of what's coming up. I mean, the JFK files are going to be big. But I mean, everything is down recently. This is just how it goes. You know, just how it goes sometimes on Solana. Trump seems very sharp lately compared to last year on the campaign trail. Yeah, I mean, I heard someone tell me he was like messing stuff up, but you know, you do all these interviews. There's gonna be some things you say when you're 78 years old, but yeah, I think Trump seems pretty spry. He seems healthy. His makeup is better. You think that's what it is with Trump? Yeah, I think his hair looks better than it did. He also did lose a little bit of weight, and you could tell. I mean, in the face, you could definitely tell he lost some weight. He's not. He still is. He's still packing a punch. He's still got a decent amount of. I mean, you're gonna get that when you get older, but he definitely like if you look at him back, he definitely had more face fat. Whose launch was worse, Car or Libra? Well, I mean, no one even talked about it. Car is just this is just what happens. It's bad, man. I mean, nobody even cares about this. This is crazy because this did go to $1 billion. This coin is at 13 million. I mean, come on, dude. Who is even... It's just bots trading this. There's no way anyone is buying this at this point. Trump on Ozempic? I don't know. I guess it wouldn't surprise me if he was. Yankees haven't won dick in 16 years. Well, yeah, but they always do have a good... They're always a winning team, though. I mean, yeah, they do need to win. I'll agree with you there. They need to win it. They need to win a World Series soon. You don't have any interest in crypto, basically just gambling. It depends what coin you're buying. I mean, some of them it is actually investing. Some of it depends. I mean, but if you're buying stuff like if you're buying influencer coins, then yeah, it's gambling. You're right. You would be right on that. Crypto is hella cringe. I mean, yeah, it's just because of these influencers that are in it. And dude, honestly, it's also like the crypto influencers themselves. I mean, these are grown ass men, and they've got like a profile picture of like a demented bored ape. It's like you're like 37 years old, dude. Like the crypto influencers are they're just as bad as the celebrities. They're just terrible. And it's all insider stuff. It's just like, I mean, it just got too mainstream, honestly. That's what happened. It's like, what's the next thing now that crypto is fucked? But I hopefully things will go back up. How do you lose face fat and get a six pack? You need to eat less calories, man. None of crypto is investing. Well, buying Bitcoin is certainly investing, dude. Come on. Bitcoin is backed by major countries. I mean, that's... But I mean, I don't even know if I view Bitcoin as like crypto anymore, because it's like such a... So it's like in and of itself, it's a different thing than altcoins. Just because of how embraced it is compared to everything else in crypto. I mean, there are major altcoins that are still up during the cycle just because they've got massive... Like, you invest into major altcoins, dude, you get like a 10x. I mean, that's way outperforming any stock market average. Niners are basically the Yankees. Yeah, but the Niners had a really rough period for like 3 years. Remember the Niners got like and they got like the second overall pick. I think they had another after they fired Harbaugh. They had like 3 really bad years, and then they've been good with Shanahan. But they lose 2 Super Bowls? I mean, the Niners are weird with like Purdy and stuff because nobody thought Purdy. They drafted Trey Lance like 3rd overall. That kind of fucked them. But then they got Purdy. Can't even 2x on BTC, so got to stay away. No, I agree with you on that. With BTC, it's like, but for me, BTC was never really an option, even when it was down at like 15 or 16K. I don't know. It's just not how I invest, I guess. How is Litecoin doing? Well, I mean, what is Litecoin even doing though? What did it do, like a 3x? I mean, the alts will do well, man. They'll do well. Like even ADA probably will have like a 7 or 8x from the low. People who criticize crypto don't understand it. Well, I think they mainly criticize the meme coins and stuff. And I mean, the problem is there's so many crypto projects that are built on nothing, and they consider themselves AI. I mean, there's at least like 500 AI projects that are basically the exact same thing, trying to do the exact same thing, and they have utility, but not really. And so it's like, I mean, what does this even do? There's a lot of coins like that. You can already see no one is excited anymore. Yeah, that seems like a buying indicator, honestly. Purdy looks so out of place on the field. He is a very small QB. a lot of value that crypto provides is lost due to the fact that most of it is held in crypto exchanges, like the major centralized exchanges you're talking about. Trump is going to reimburse the tax dollars from the Biden administration. Well, what do you mean? I mean, they're possibly going to do something in terms of reimbursing a certain amount of money for everyone because of the amount that they're saving with DOGE. That's what I heard. Is a crypto reserve a good idea, or will Trump? No, they wouldn't ruin it for crypto. Yeah, I think a crypto reserve is really good, 100%. A crypto reserve with like 5 or 6 assets, or maybe there would be even more than that. But Bitcoin probably. I would definitely Ethereum with how much the Trump family is buying Ethereum. Probably Solana, the big boys. Yeah, it would be a really good return on investment, I think, for the United States to do something like that. Do I have any clips? Yeah, let's see if there's any clips of this. You'd think they're going to release a clip of this. Kash Patel going to be confirmed tomorrow. That's... Pete Buttigieg says the Democratic Party must infiltrate non-political spaces like Tradway.
But what I'm really worried about are the people who are not watching CNN or Fox. And who are...
I'm worried about that too.
A lot of folks aren't looking for political content, but it's finding them. And it's finding them wrapped up in a lot of cultural stuff. You could be on parenting Instagram and you're getting this trad wife stuff with a little politics inflected into it, or Rogan or the rest of it. And I think we really need to be much smarter about taking this conversation to places where it's not reaching folks.
Something about Buttigieg just seems inauthentic to me. Buttigieg just has that political voice where it's like this, he's trying to sound like non-threatening. It comes off weird to me. Soy boy. Like a soy boy voice. There's just no power behind anything he says, it feels like, honestly. Mike Tyson wearing the Trump hat. Yeah, I saw that. Net total $30. Man, dude won $30 off of total 23K. I mean, yeah, that's a win. That's a win. $30 total dollars, round tripper. No, yeah, I saw this. U.S. government looking to ban junk food for food stamps. I mean, it does beg the question, healthier food does cost more, so I wonder how that'll work out. Booty Juice deleted his gay boyfriend on X and removed pronouns. Yeah, AOC, they all removed pronouns. It shows you that it's changing at least a little bit. Just a cultural shift of sorts. They're like, nobody likes that. Not even independent people don't like that shit. Remove the pronouns. Elon and Trump. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
If you read and believe the media, he's become one of your best friends. He's working for free for you.
Well, I love the president. I just want to be clear about that.
You don't care about that.
I know. I love the president.
You love the president.
I think President Trump is a good man, and he's, It's
nice the way he said that. There's something nice about it.
Really is. Because I mean, the president's been so unfairly attacked in the media. It's really outrageous. And I've at this point spent a lot of time with the president, and not once have I seen him do something that was mean or cruel or wrong. Not once.
I've known him. He's become one of your...
Oh man, a little worshiping.
At some point.
He's going to go into orbit soon.
Okay. Yeah.
No, he's going to go to Mars. He's going to fly on his...
At some point. Yeah.
Is in over.
I mean, they was asking me, like, do you want to die on Mars? And I say, well, yes, but not on impact.
Starlink is in 100 countries. This is going to be hard. I feel like I'm interviewing
this god who creates another world. So that's why Musk would want to die on Mars. We will never go to Mars. I think it's going to be in the 2030s, maybe.
And that just then raises a question. You're the richest man in the world. You may not like that part. You're pretty competitive.
It's neither here nor there.
I've known you a long time. But
that's why.
But he's on your team.
President.
Well, that's true. He can't top that.
He's good. You know, I wanted to find somebody smarter than him. I searched all over. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't.
You really tried hard.
I couldn't find anyone smarter, right? So we had it for the country.
But this is the thing.
We settled on this.
Well,
guy.
thanks for having me.
So
I'm just trying to be useful.
But this is the interesting. This is where we are as a society, and I hate to do this to you, but I'm going to do it anyway. You're doing all of these things. You're DOGE, no, and that just then raises a question. You're the richest man.
Well, they cut that off weird.
The executive man, and when he talks about the executive orders, and this is probably true for all presidents. Yeah. You write an executive order and you think it's done. You send it out. It doesn't get done. It doesn't get implemented. They don't implement it. Maybe they're from the last administration, and they are in some cases. You try and get them out as fast as you can. But as soon as he said that, I said, you know, that's interesting. You write a beautiful executive and you sign it and you assume it's going to be done, but it's not. What he does is he takes it, and with his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually.
Yeah,
they dress in just T-shirts. You wouldn't know they have 180 IQ.
Wait a minute. So he's your tech support.
No, he is.
I actually
but he's
am
much
tech
more
support.
than that. Yeah.
I actually am tech support, though.
But he gets it done. He's a leader.
Yeah.
He really is. He gets it done. You get a lot of tech people, and you have people that go to a tech, but he gets it done. You know, I said in real estate, you had guys that would draw beautiful renderings of a building, and they'd draw the rendering. It would be great. And you say, great, when are you starting? But they were never able to get it built. They couldn't get the financing. They couldn't get the approvals. It would never get done. And then you have other guys that are able to get it done. You know, they could just get it done. I was in real estate. Same thing in this. He gets it done. So when he said that, he said, you know, when you sign these executive orders, a lot of them don't get done, and maybe the most important ones. And he would take that executive order that I'd sign, and he would have those people go to whatever agency it was. When are you doing it? Get it done. Get it done. And some guy that maybe didn't want to do it, all of a sudden, he's signing. He just doesn't want to be bothered. And when he
speeds up the process to have other powerful people in your corner. Yeah, there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of Hannity hate. He's one of those guys that tries to fit in friend groups so bad. Yeah, I can see that with Hannity. Musk is Musk is definitely Trump's right-hand man, and Bannon doesn't like that for sure. I mean, there might be a rift between these two that comes up just because they're both so powerful, and it becomes a power struggle, but this looks like they're really on the same page. Hannity is he's trying to he's trying to be hip with them. It looks like. Will Eric Adams become a Republican? I mean, I'm not sure he has much of a choice based on his legal situation. Trump first versus second term is awesome. Yeah. Trump has definitely improved significantly.
Some very brilliant, with his 100 geniuses, he's got some very brilliant young people working for him that dress much worse than him, actually.
Yeah. That's the same thing. Trump is a good guy, media is evil. Well, that was back on January 14th, okay. Here it is. Tax refund to everyone thanks to DOGE. If this happens, that would be really good. How did Hannity get a chick 15 years younger than him? Well, you have clout. Women, they know he has money. This is what happens. You know. Fartcoin dumped hard. Well, I mean, unfortunately, it's a very bearish sentiment. This can happen sometimes in crypto, but it's not looking good right now. No one even thinks through Mars. It makes no sense. Well, yeah, I mean, it has to be Mars, dude. It has to be Mars. There's no other place within our solar system it could possibly be. So it's gonna have to be Mars, even though Mars definitely is not ideal for sustaining life. But Musk there's not enough technological advancements for Musk to go anywhere else other than Mars. So he's kind of tethered to it. Sol just crashed. Like, it went down even lower. Well, I gotta freaking look up this. No, I mean it certainly has gone down, but I mean it still looks decent for this bull run, honestly, if you zoom it out. Yeah, I think Trump is a completely different person. Baby Nero. I mean, I don't even think the main one is doing well. Which one are you talking about? There's 3 different ones. Are you talking about the main one? 1.7? I mean, yeah, it'd be a good buying time, honestly, but it's like, how do you even... On BNB? I don't know, man. Thoughts on Cash's first days? I mean, I'm hoping something comes out about Epstein, ideally. There's a lot of potential declassifications with 9/11, JFK. That's probably going to be an immediate thing people talk about. Whether something happens or not, I don't know. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this live stream. I will be seeing you in another one. I don't know. I do like every other day sometimes. Sometimes twice, 3 times a week, 4 times a week. I don't know. The Oscars poly market. I don't even know who's in the Oscars, bro. The Oscars has been like... I don't even know the movies. That's the problem. Can you check the betting markets on Epstein? I think the betting markets are pretty bullish. 44%. So Cash Patel, 7% chance he releases Epstein files on day 1. That would be crazy. 44% it happens in the first 100 days, which is April 29th. I mean, those are pretty decent odds, dude, if you're looking to get into a coin, honestly. But that was a good stream because we didn't have any microphone issues. No microphone issues. That's surprising. Thursday stream. Today's Tuesday. Yeah, I really should start scheduling my streams, but I don't know. Sometimes it's like I want to stream, sometimes I don't. So it just depends. But I really should be streaming most nights, though, just because it's extra revenue. What's funny is that you consider Trump to be more America first in his first term compared to now. And that's what neocon people in the cabinet, he does. Well, I mean, you're basing that off of his immigration policy, I would guess, which I can understand. But him getting anything done his first term with the people in his cabinet was anything like America First was going to be challenging. I mean, they couldn't even build the wall until 2018. That's when it started. But I know what you're saying in terms of his immigration policy was a lot more America First in 2016, but he really couldn't put much of it into effect. Bannon will be pissed about this interview. He probably made that statement today because he knew the interview was coming. I mean, obviously. Yeah, let's get the dude, imagine if the Epstein list gets released, I'll do a live stream during it and stuff. That would be huge. Kash Patel does it pretty much like on day one. I don't think it's probably not going to happen on day one. Well, would that be tomorrow or the next day? I mean, I don't think it's going to happen then, but Wednesday stream, I don't know, guys. If I stream it, and if I stream, I'll try and make sure I upload the stream so it's in the waiting thing like 3 hours beforehand. But if I stream, it's probably going to be at night at 7:30 or 8 o'clock. That's what I can say. The latest I'll stream is probably 9 o'clock. But no, most of the time it's going to be like 7 or 8. Look at the far left pretending to care about the Constitution. Well, they care about the Constitution.